What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay with Brother Cousin's Toy Reviews, and that's right, I am back with another one. Today, I will be reviewing TMS 034 Boba Fett, the deluxe version by Hot Toys. Let's check this bad boy out. Okay guys, here's all the accessories that comes with Boba Fett, and we got a lot to go through here. This thing is great. It is a true deluxe, but I'm gonna call it Deluxe DX. Anyway, first up, let's look at all the stuff in the tray you get here. You get the chain code right here. You get the Jango Fett hologram. You get two Whistling Birds missile effects. You get jetpack effects right here. You get that flamethrower, which we've seen for a bunch of Mandalorian figures. You get a whole bunch of different gloves, and let's take a look at these. And wow, these gloves look awesome. You get the little Mandalorian triangles on the gauntlet right there. Yeah, really like these hands. You get a hand for him, a push down finger hand right there, which looks cool. Or a hand for him to twirl around his pistols and put it back in his holster. That's going to be real cool. Got some great ideas for that pose as well. And that's about it with this tray right here. Moving along, we have a very cool accessory, a bashed in Stormtrooper helmet, which has a peg, which has a connector joint on it, so you can put this actually on another Stormtrooper figure and have him knock the shit out of a Stormtrooper. That's going to be really cool for posing and very great. Just look at the detail on that. Yeah, that thing is just bashed the hell in. That looks awesome. Before I go to the jetpack, we're going to talk about the bases right here. You get two base. You got one base with a crotch grabber, and you see the rocks and the grass formation right here, and it looks great. This will probably be used with the Boba Fett in the robes, and that's going to look very cool. Then you have a dynamic flight pole base, which the base is completely different. If you look at them both side by side, you can see that the formations are totally different. The sculpts are totally different. You get the rock formation grass, and of course you get your waist grabber and flight pole. Moving along, you get Boba Fett's patented jetpack, and this is magnetic, and it looks great. Love the weathering and the painting detail on this. Just looks awesome. Of course, you get the Boba Fett missiles, and you get the smoke effect, looking like the missile is just about to be launched, which pegs in like that. Now, don't go choking on this. Seriously, we don't want them to take this off the market. All my old school collectors, y'all know what I'm talking about. Moving along, we got this cool pistol right here. We got this cool blaster pistol right here. And you get two of them that look like that. You get the long rifle, which looks great, or a long gun. Look at the detail on that. Just looks simply amazing. And last but not least, my favorite accessory, you get the gaffy stick. And that just looks cool. After episode 2, we know this item right here holds a lot of meaning. And to see him make it and craft it out of that tree was just epic. And this thing looks awesome. Looks great. The detailing of this little spot right here is just so on point. That. And yes, that is it for the accessories. And here he is, Boba Fett in all his glory. And this is the Boba Fett robed version. And this thing looks great. The likeness to Tamora Morrison is just on point, as it is always. And just the costume and the tailoring is just simply amazing. That cloak, the boots, the spats, the gun belt, the holster, all of it just is a real good set, and I dig it. It looks great. And here he is in all his glory. Let's do that one more time once we're done with that. Here's a closer look at the head sculpt, and you see all those acid burns from the Sarlacc pit. And just the likeness of Tamora Morrison is simply amazing. It is stunning. It looks great. Just a fabulous piece. Also, let's take a look at that mid section. You see the gun belt, and you see he has a little bit of a dad bod going on. He has a little bit of pop belly right in that section right there. You see that wonderful gun belt right there, which looks great. And yes, those bullets are removable. And he has a holster for his blaster. And those gloves look out of sight. Now this sash right here, it's cool, but it does, one part of it does feel kind of papery. It has a paper, like, it feels weird, but it feels like it can be real delicate, so you definitely want to be careful with that. But overall, it looks great. Okay, and here's the lower portion of the figure with those cool ass boots and the boot spats. They look great. And it's funny to see Boba Fett in a new pair of boots, because we're used to seeing him in those, boots that he had back in the, in the OT version of Star Wars. They were real, distinct, and I don't think it was too many boots that looked like that back in that time. But yeah, these look more, regular than those boots, but they work. And it does appear that these boots also have a split cut. It's a split cut boots. You can have them in a jumping pose and a flight pose. Well, he really wouldn't need to be in a flight pose with this particular figure, but you can have him jumping up and all that stuff, or doing a kick or whatever. So that's it with the lower portion. Okay, and here he is in all of his glory, the helmeted suit up version of Boba Fett, and this thing looks simply stunning. This is what we all wanted for several years, and we got it in The Mandalorian when we saw him don this armor after all those years, back when we saw him fall down that Sarlacc pit in Revenge of the Return of the Jedi. Jesus, in Return of the Jedi. Yeah, man, this thing looks great. All the detail and just look at those weathered parts, the weathered portion of the helmet, the armor. This stuff just looks like it's been beaten up and dinged up, and and just corroded by acid and all that other good stuff. And it just looks great. I really like this figure a whole lot. All right, let's take a more detailed look at the head sculpt, or the helmeted head sculpt. And just look at all those details. Damn. I mean, this is not just done with paint. You can actually touch and feel some portions of the helmet, and it just looks like paint it looks like the paint is about to chip off at any moment. Man, like I said, it looks like it's just been corroded from acid and just beat up to all hell, and it just looks stunning. This thing looks so real life and real lifelike. It's just great. I can't say enough good things about it. Moving on to the midsection, you see all the other bits of the armor. You see those pauldrons right there with the logo, the Mythosaur logo, looking like it's just about to like peel off. Then you look at the chest armor and just look at the rest of it, how it's corroded, and just looks great. Let me actually stop the base right here just so we could just take a look at that and really appreciate that. Just look at how like the little logo right there is. It looks like it's about to chip off, really. And then you look at those gauntlets. All of it looks like it's been heavily corroded by acid. You get that gun belt right here, which looks great. It looks just like the one that's on the unhelmeted head version of Boba Fett, you know, because it's the same guy. You know, it looks like he just took off the robe and threw on the armor, and that's what the look they were going for. I will say this version is a little more forgiving. I think the pop belly could be a little bit more there, you know, because that could be a little bit more accurate. But you know, it's an action figure, so they wanted to, you know, they wanted. I don't know. You know how they do. They're a little forgiving with certain action figures, but I would have liked to see at least a little bit more padding in there because my man, you know, Tamora Morrison got a little bit of age on him, and you know we got a little dad pounds on him, and that's all good. You know, it's all good. That's what it is. But you could see that in the other figure, but in this one they were a little forgiving. But overall, it looks great. And here we are with the lower portion of the figure. You see those boots and the boot spats. And yes, he has this, I don't know what to call this. It's like a cape or a shroud right there, but it's made of that, like that weird paper. It feels like almost thick construction paper, but it seems to be very delicate. On this version, you also get the, I'm not sure what that, what was this, what would this be called? The knee blasters, but you know that's where the whistling birds fly out of, so that looks great as well. Well weathered. And I didn't talk about this when I went over the rest of the accessories, so my bad on that. But yeah, you get the knee blasters and the whistling birds attached to that, and they fly out, and that's what you get. And that is it with the lower portion of this figure. Let's move on to the articulation. All right, it's that time where we get handsy with the figure. So his head does do a 360 head swivel, like slow. It can't look back that much, but it definitely does look down. These are cloth goods, so you know his arms go up both ways. They turn this way. Double jointed. His hands go up like this. Hands go up like this. He does have a chest crunch, and his legs kick up about that high. As I said, you get some ankle articulation right then and there, and of course he can do that type of move. His knees go up, and that is about it with the articulation. Let's look at Boba. So same with this guy. Arms go up about that high. The arms bend and turn like that. Turn like that. This turns about that side. So you do get 360 head swivel. You get a little bit of articulation right there because you know you have this armor right here. So you get a little bit of articulation. Chest crunch. Legs come up about that high. Also, you got ankle articulation there, and that's about it. So the articulation is pretty much the same with each figure, you know, because it's pretty much it's supposed to be the same person. So the articulation is the same with each figure, and that is it with the articulation. Okay guys, so that has been my review of TMS 034 Boba Fett, the deluxe version. And I gotta say, even though this is the top of 2022, I really think that this is a strong contender for figures of the year. This set is amazing, on down to the Boba Fett with the robes, on down to the Boba Fett in the helmet armor costume. The Tamora Morrison head sculpt is simply amazing, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 10. That's right, this gets a 10. This is a wonderful set and a complete must-have for any Mandalorian or Star Wars fan. With that being said, what do you guys think? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, bang that bell for notifications and all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace, and we are out.